In this video I want to show you the ball detent for a BT-4 assault and the ball flying crazy and not being consistent. I did put the aluminum power tube on it. It has an aluminum bolt or front bolt. What I found to be part of the problem is this ball detent. The ball detent has a small casing, has a spring loaded, and a ball bearing that's kind of crimped inside there to keep so that it rolls freely. But if paint chips or paint gets down inside there, even though there's a weep hole in the bottom of it, it still could gum it up. And if this isn't moving freely, it can cause the ball to fly erratically. More erratic than a normal paintball does. And what you'll find is I'll try to hold this and put a paintball in here and work it so you can see. Once the ball drops in, as the bolt moves forward, it pushes the ball up and over the detent, pushing it down, and that allows it, as you can see, that detent holds it relatively well. But as I just barely push it, you can feel that spring dropping down. So if that isn't clean and well lubricated, it could cause you some flight issues, erratic left turns and right turns on the paintballs once you're firing them. You can shoot 10 paintballs real fast, or as fast as you can pull the trigger, and you might get 4 of them that hit in the right place that you want it to hit. So if this isn't clean and free of any debris, even though you have a steel ball bearing, most probably a steel-based spring, but this little piece right here is brass. This little shell that this thing sits in is brass, and that can corrode. Paint gets in there, gets stuck, gets all gummed up, and then it doesn't function properly. Keep this clean. Don't forget this. This is very important. Otherwise you'll continue to have those erratic flights. Don't believe it has anything to do with the aluminum power tube or the aluminum bolt, because I've shot it with an old, which I wish I would have kept it, but I was asked this question on PB Nation, and what the question was is, what's causing the erratic flight from the BT-4 assault? And my response was that they've already put the power tube in, they already have installed the aluminum front bolt, and my reply was this ball detent was probably plugged up or clogged up with paint. This is an older assault. I hope his has this type of ball detent rather than what my Iron Horse or the Combat or the Delta Elite have, which is just a standard little rubber type detent, which I find works a little more, it's a little more consistent. It's a little better work. But as you can see, when this comes through, as the bolt clears it, it pushes right through that ball bearing and lines right up with the barrel adapter. So it doesn't have anything to do with the barrel for the most part. Even the factory barrel that come with the assault, it shoots fine. I don't have any issues with it now when I replace the ball detent. So that fixed my problem. I hope it answers your question and being able to see what I'm talking about. This is